welcome to Fisher Field in Newton. It's the Kansas State High School Activities Association 8-man Division I state championship, the Spearville Royal Lancers and the Hanover Wildcats. I'm Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jantz. Tell you what, we have a fantastic football game. Two undefeated teams, 12-0 coming into this one, Larry. Contrasting styles offensively, hard-nosed defensively today.
Yeah, and both of them, only gave up like 10 points is what Spearville gave up during the year on average per game, and 16 points for Hanover, and they both scored over 600, between 600 and 700 points. About 57.5 for Hanover, 54 points something, for that, but less than 3 points difference on that. So that's a pretty even game that way. But you said contrasting styles, you're absolutely right. Hanover, the Wildcats, are going to pass first, then pass again, then maybe think about running the ball a little bit, because that's been their history so far this year. And the other way around for Spearville, they're going to have, the first time a lot of people are going to see it on TV, will be an unbalanced single wing adapted to 8-man football. And that's with a spinner back action. And so it's going to be interesting because they're going to run first, then run again with the deception and maybe misdirection and who knows what else. And you better keep an eye on the ball because you might get it lost a time or two if they get their handoff schemes just right.
You look at these two schools, Hanover, their 5th appearance in a state title game. For Spearville, they've never been here in any sport in the history of their school for boys athletics. I tell you, what does experience play in today's ball game?
Well, experience is an important key, and Hanover's, of course, this is their 5th time for them. They've won the state twice, been runner-up last year, and of course 09, but they won it back-to-back in 07, I think, and 08. So this is their 5th appearance for them, and they've had experience. They were here last year. They got their tail whipped, by Central Plains pretty good. So the burning desire inside them would be, hey, it's incredible. He lost 14 out of 16 guys, so he had to have a whole rebuilding. A great job by Matt Hoyer and those Wildcats from Hanover to have a run the table, be 12-0 and get here. So that's going to be interesting. Now, their passing game, how's the wind, the cold, the fingers catching the ball. There's going to be a lot of issues that way because they like to put it in the air a lot of times, and I don't know how that'll come out. It all depends. 3 things can happen when you pass the ball, and two of them is negative. So let's see probably execution. Who wins the line of scrimmage, I think, is going to win the football game.
It's going to be a fun game here at Fisher Field in Newton. When we come back, we'll talk with both head coaches, get everything set up for kickoff. From Fisher Field in Newton on Smoky Hills Public Television. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton. It's the Kansas State High School Activities Association 8-man Division I state championship game. The Spearville Royal Lancers and the Hanover Wildcats are now joined by Spearville head coach Matt Fowler. Coach, boy, congratulations. What an awesome feeling to be here at the state tournament.
Thank you very much. It's certainly is an honor to be here and a chance to get to come out on this field. And, it's the biggest stage an 8-man team can play on, and we are very excited to be here. Thank you.
When this season started, did you guys envision playing on this field this morning and this afternoon?
Well, it's not something that we ever really talked about too much. We just try to have a focus of trying to improve and get better every single day, and then we kind of let things take care of themselves. We knew we had an opportunity to be very good, and ultimately you hope that it does lead to here. And so I think by trying to focus on it one step at a time, I don't think we got too far ahead of ourselves, and here we are today.
What's been the key for you guys?
I think the biggest thing is we've been very good at not beating ourselves. We've taken care of the ball, and we've executed things that we want to do, and kids have had great energy, great buy-in. Our scout team kids at practice, we have a lot of kids out for football, and so the depth that we've had and the ability to scrimmage a good group of 8 on the other side, I think has helped us improve in practice every day, and I think that's really been the key.
Coach, congratulations on making it to the state title game. Good luck today against Hanover.
Hey, thank you very much, Jeremy.
Thank you. That's Spearville head coach Matt Fowler. We'll have more from Fisher Field in Newton on Smoky Hills Public Television. Welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton, the 8-man Division I state championship game. The Spearville Royal Lancers and the Hanover Wildcats are now joined by Hanover head coach Matt Hoyer. Coach, congratulations. 5th time here at the state title game for the football team. It's got to be pretty exciting year after year, isn't it?
Well, yeah, certainly. It's a blessing every single year that you make it this far. And I tell you what, this group of kids that I have in there, they've just done an exceptional job from day one. And it's just, been a treat to be around them all year. And every time you get to be in an atmosphere like this, you just definitely can't take it for granted.
The old adage of some teams rebuild, some teams reload. You guys had a lot of guys to replace after last year. You've done it. You've got here to the state title game. What's been the key to be able to do that?
I think it starts with these kids that I have in there. It's one of those things where, starting this season or even in the off season, there was a lot of people that said, it could be a rebuilding year, and those kids never took it to heart. They every single day in the weight room, throughout the whole summer, throughout the whole off season, and then from the very first day of practice on, these kids worked their tails off, and they did a heck of a job. And and they didn't want to be one of those teams that was a rebuilding year. They wanted to just reload, and they wanted to be just as successful as every other team.
What's going to be the key for you guys today defensively against a very unique single wing offense, and also offensively throwing the ball against their defense?
Well, defensively, it's going to be key that we're very physical up front. We're going to have to be gap assignment sound. They do a great job of some misdirection stuff. They do a great job of, hiding the football. So it's going to be very important that we all are very assignment sound, very key oriented, and we got to make sure that our kids at the point of attack are extremely aggressive. And then once we do get somebody there, it might only be one person, but we got to make sure that we tackle effectively. On the offensive side of the ball, we got to do what we've done throughout the whole entire season. We've done a really good job of, finding the open holes in zones, or if they were man, we've done a really good job of, knowing where to look. And that starts with our quarterback, Will Bruna. He's done an exceptional job from day one, and we've just kind of built this offense. As we went, we had to change a little bit from last year because of our personnel, but, this group never skipped a beat.
Coach, congratulations on being here again this year. Good luck today against Spearville.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
That is Hanover head coach Matt Hoyer. We'll have more from Fisher Field and Newton right after this on Smoky Hills Public Television. And welcome back to Fisher Field and Newton. Jeremy McGuire, along with color analyst Larry Jantz, the Hanover Wildcats and the Spearville Lancers in the 8-man Division I state championship game. Hanover has won the toss and has elected to receive. Spearville will kick and will defend the east end zone. Larry, I tell you what, we woke up this morning, walked outside and thought, oh boy, this is going to be a miserable weather day. The sun has come out, still got a little bit of wind, but overall should be a pretty nice day for football.
Yeah, I think the wind chill might be around 25 degrees right now, but it's 11 o'clock, the sun's shining, you're right. Hanover did, like you mentioned, won the coin toss, and they want the ball. And you're going to see a lot of pass first, pass again, and they keep another pass probably. So the ball will be in the air a lot by the Hanover Wildcats. And here we go.
Brady Sheridan will kick off. Back deep for Hanover is Matthew White. 12-0 against 12-0. And the ball is in the air. It's a high end over ender. It's going to be taken by White on the run at the 15, across the 20, across the 30, and he's going to be brought down near the 32-yard line. So a good return for White. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Hanover, we mentioned Larry. This is their 5th appearance in the state title game. They've had 7 appearances in the state basketball title game. So these kids are used to this atmosphere. Spearville, boy, they're going to have a lot of jitters, I would think, to start this ball game.
I think you're right. It's going to be who wins the line of scrimmage, and who, at the first 2 or 3 hits, it might be just like a regular football game. But here we go.
Will Bruna, the quarterback for the Wildcats. They will throw it. He's looking to run now across the grain. He's going to be hit as he throws it. It's complete to Trey Losey, a pickup of 9 yards into Spearville territory at the 39-yard line.
And that was a great catch there, a great read. Will, of course, he's the all-time state record holder with 56 touchdown passes coming in for one season. He broke Bo Savage's Central Burden record in 2010, 56 quarterback passing touchdowns by Will Bruna.
Bruna, the quarterback, Trevor Clipp, the center, the guards, Peyton Prowley and Adam Fritchie. Trey Losey, who made the catch the last time, gets a direct snap, fumbles the football. It's on the ground. It is recovered. Recovered by Spearville. Brandon Davis fell on it. First down and 10 for the Lancers at their own 32-yard line, and a big mistake on the second play from scrimmage for Hanover.
I was just trying to find, I think he tried to turn upfield and look, Trey Losey tried to turn upfield and see where he's going to go, and he really didn't have the ball secure in his hands. It kind of muffed it, fumbled around a little bit, and Hanover turned the ball over to the Royal Lancers.
Royal Lancers will have it. We have an official's timeout on the field. Spearville offensively, Wyatt Strecker is the center. The guard is Dakota Krager. The tackle, Jordan Knight. The end, Spencer Everly and Kyler Stein. The wing back, Brandon Davis. Nathan Stein, the fullback. Luke Heskamp is the tailback. It's a direct snap to Heskamp, looking for the edge. He has the edge. He's on the run. Heskamp is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Spearville. 48 yards. It's 6-0.
We heard it's going to be a wide open ball game, and by gosh, it turned out to be on the first play there. A great read and a great kind of just a spin to the outside. When he got to the edge, he was gone after getting that second level there, wasn't he, Jeremy?
Man, that's one thing that Matt Hoyer talked about is have to play gap assignment football. He says we might only have one man out there to get the back, and if we don't get him, we're in trouble.
And they have to wrap up on tackle. There we go here for the two-point
conversion. It's a snap to Stein, and it's going to be Seitz. He is into the end zone for the two-point conversion. Bailey Seitz, the sophomore, is in. Boy, howdy, it did not take very long for the Spearville Lancers to get on the scoreboard. They recover a fumble, and one play later, it was a direct snap to Luke Heskamp, and he went 48 yards for the score.
It's hard to even say that 5'8", 155-pound junior had 102 carries this year leading into this game for 1,361 yards, 28 touchdowns. Add one more right now, and 7 pass receptions for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. Quite a run by Luke Heskamp by following the blocks of his lineman up front.
What does that mean for Hanover? They're not used to playing from this spot, especially 1 minute into a ball game when they started with the possession.
Well, they're used to other teams making the miscues, not them. So again, we've mentioned before, 3 things can happen when you pass the ball. 2 of them's negative, so they're going to have to strike. The first time was their first pass and almost had a first down, and so now they just got to eliminate the mistakes, and Matt Hoyer will get them going up there. They've probably been in this situation before, but not often.
Lancers 20, Brady Sheridan.
Sheridan will kick off again for Spearville. 1 minute gone by, the Lancers with an 8-0 lead on a 48-yard touchdown run from Luke Heskamp. Sheridan's kick was short last time. It's short again. White will come up to field it. It's on the ground. He has it. He is hit immediately at the 14-yard line. They might mark him back a little bit further. We'll see. They're going to mark him all the way back to the 11. So it's first down and 10 for Hanover at their own 11-yard line. Again, Trey Losey and Dyken Stahlbaumer are the ends. The guards are Adam Fritchie and Peyton Crowley. Trevor Clipp is the center. The quarterback is Will Bruna. Devin Juneman and Matthew White are in the backfield. But most often they're in motion is where White is right now to the near side. Back to pass, Bruna. Looks up the field. Has White open, just out of reach.
Overthrew him a little bit, Will Bruna did. Of course, I don't know if the wind's that much of a factor. The flag's blowing, not as hard as it was earlier. But he had a lot of air underneath that ball and just about 5 yards in front of the receiver.
Well, at kickoff right now, 37 degrees, a wind out of the north at 18 miles an hour. 27 degrees is the wind chill. So we've seen worse.
And it could be tough on the fingers for the receivers to catch the ball.
Bruna throws it over the middle. Juneman with the catch. He's hit and wrapped up across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's like a pickup of 6 on the play, 3rd down and 4.
Juneman's had 49 receptions for 636 yards, 11 touchdowns this year, and they have 5 receivers between 500 and 600 yards. And one of them, of course, is over 1,300 yards for the whole year. So they had 5 of them that's in double, good pass reception. A lot of people to throw the ball to. Will Bruna does.
They like to go to Losey. He's lined up on the left side. White in motion that way. Bruna fakes the throw. Looking, now he's going to step up and run it. He's going to have a first down. Ducks in up to the 25-yard line. Picks up 8 yards and a first down for the Wildcats.
It's almost like a quarterback delay or a little draw, wasn't it? Kind of meant to be that way to begin with. Fake the pass and then have him run.
So first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Nathan Stein in on the tackle. One thing, talking with Matt Fowler before the football games, he said his guys have seen 79 passes the last 2 games leading into this game. So the pass is not something unusual for him. Bruna gets rid of that hand warmer as he whips it behind him. Now he rolls to his right, throws it out. Catch is made by White. He's hit. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down.
That's a great job by 6'1", 170-pound junior, Will Bruner, the quarterback. He's passed for over 3,268 yards prior coming into this ball game. That's 77% passing completion, 204 complete passes out of 267 attempts. And the state record holder, like you say.
Second down and 7. We'll get your defensive starters for Spearville following this play. Empty backfield for Bruna. Looking. Now he's going to step up. Has some running room. He has a first down. He's at midfield. They will mark him out at the 49-yard line.
Made a good decision.
12-yard gain and a first down for Will Bruna. Defensively for Spearville, the nose guard is Elias Brownlee. The ends are Wyatt Strecker and Jordan Knight. Sheridan is the linebacker along with Nathan Stein. The corners are Brandon Davis and Luke Heskamp. Clinton Stein is the safety. First down, Bruna looking. Looks over the middle, Losi makes the catch. Pickup of 8 yards on the play, second down and 2.
Bruna to Trey Losi. Tackled by Nathan Stein.
It's a great job. Trey Losi, of course, had 68 catches this year for 1,182 yards and 24 touchdowns. So like you mentioned earlier, that's one of his favorite targets. Even though he's got 5 of them out there that have between over 600 yards pass receiving this year.
I would be surprised if you don't see Spearville starting to bring a little pressure. You give Will Bruna too much time and he will eat you alive. Bruna drops the ball on the snap and he's going to be brought down. He's going to lose a yard on the play. It will bring up third down and 3. Just going back to pass, ball dropped right out of his hands. Of course, this game today, probably the coldest game that they've played in. And so we talked about it on the drive over to the stadium this morning, what kind of effect that will have, whether it will, with a little bit colder ball, will it make it slick? One thing we noticed, Bruna, no gloves on. Receivers, yes. Quarterback, no. Bruna steps up, in some trouble, throws it over the middle. Pass is complete. They're going to mark it at the 24-yard line. Are they going to say it's incomplete?
It's saying it hit the turf.
Well, let's see. The Hanover sideline not very excited. Well, they're going to say complete pass. First down.
Caught
a pickup of 8 yards.
I think they probably ruled out. Ron Haig over there probably mentioned that came in there that the turf caused it to lose it. He's already down first. So first down for the Hanover Wildcats.
Well, Hanover responding fairly well on this drive. 3 first downs. First down and 10 from the Spearville 24.
White's in motion, isn't he?
He has been in motion all game long.
Yeah.
Bruna stepping up, throws it out in the flat. Juneman has the catch inside the 20. Brought down by Davis on the far side. They'll mark him at the 18-yard line. That's a pickup of 6 yards. It'll bring up second and 4.
That's a great job. Great read. Of course, some of the receivers cleared out of the opening, and of course a little swing pass out in the flat. That gentleman open, and he's had 49 receptions for 636 yards, 11 touchdowns this year by Devin Juneman.
Second down and 4 from the 18. Bruna set to throw. He's in some trouble. Under pressure, gets out of trouble, and Losi makes a fantastic grab inside the 10. Down to the 7, 11 yards and a first down.
He showed you his basketball skills, Hans. His dad's the head coach and athletic director. Trey Losi is the son of Kim Losi, and that was a great job. What a catch by that one-hand snag, huh?
First down and goal from the 7. This is where that field starts to shrink a little bit. You don't have quite as much room to maneuver, but with the number of people they have out in the patterns, well, Hanover on this drive has had no problems finding their openings.
And they got the defense spread out.
Bruna throws it. White makes the catch. He is hit and brought down immediately. A pickup of 1 yard on the play. Heskamp on the tackle for Spearville.
That was a great job there by Luke Heskamp, a 5'8", 150-pound junior. had 43 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery coming this game. And did a good job right there. As soon as the receiver caught the ball, he was right there to make the tackle. And you ain't going any further.
5:55 remaining here in the first quarter. 8-0, Spearville on top. Hanover driving. Option, Bruna's gonna run it. Makes one man miss, will not make the second man miss. Nathan Stein in on the tackle. That's a pickup of 4 down to the 2-yard line. It's 3rd and goal.
Nathan Stein, 6'2", 198-pound senior, made that tackle. 61 tackles coming in, 2 interceptions. Also helped in there a little by Clinton Stein, a 6'3", 160-pound senior, with 39 tackles, 2 interceptions coming into this game.
3rd down and goal from the 2. Under center this time. Bruna left side, nobody there. Touchdown Hanover. Wilt Bruna from 2 yards out with 5:15 to play in the first quarter. Hanover's a 2-point conversion away from tying the ball game.
And that's kind of like what we expected. We expected a lot of scoring today. Maybe have combined points near 100. Be like a track meet on a gridiron.
Now they will go for their 2-point conversion in the huddle.
See if they can't tie this game up. Boy, they got them spread out, don't they?
Yep. Empty backfield. Bruna has a run-throw option. He's going to run it. He's in for the 2-point conversion. Boy, when you're that close and you have that many options to throw it, the defense has to honor it. And this ball game is tied up at 8 points apiece with 5:15 to go in the first quarter.
Well, now we got a ball game. Now they'll be having their first kickoff to the Royal Lancers and see what they can do with the ball. And we'll get to see some of that unbalanced single wing offense in motion here, we hope.
Our score brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center in Dodge City. 8-8 is the score. A good answer that time by the Hanover Wildcats.
Yes, sir. Today's officiating crew is White Hats old John Zodi, some of his buddies is Travis Plouts, Ron Haig, Jim Keenan, and Kerry Shannon. They combined for over 117 years of experience. A lot of zebra conventions they've been to over the years, and now they all converge today to be referee in this state title game.
Kicking off for
Crowley to kick off for Hanover.
83, Crowley.
It's a squib kick. It's going to bounce back. Heskamp has it. Fakes, goes left side, has a little bit of an opening. He's across the 30 and brought down at the 34-yard line. So a good return. First down and 10 for Spearville at their own 34-yard line. It only took them one play last time. Defensively for Hanover, Trevor Clipp and Peyton Crowley are the defensive ends. Carlos Emanuel, the nose guard. The linebackers, Will Bruna and Adam Fritchie. The corners, Devin Juneman and Matthew White. Trey Losi is the safety. Let's see what the second play from scrimmage has for Spearville. The direct snap. And a pickup of about 5 on the play for Nathan Stein.
Nathan Stein's a 6'2", 198-pound senior. Had 111 carries this year, 750 yards for 16 touchdowns. And that's incredible.
Bailey Seitz will bring in the play from the sideline. White Strecker over the top of the ball. This time it's another direct snap, this time to Heskamp, a pickup of a yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
And there you got to see the spinner back action in place that, you know, when Nathan had it and he handed it off, but he's come out to the right side. Look for him later on to fake that dive play up the middle, and he'll be carrying the ball out here on a kind of almost like a naked reverse.
3rd down and 3. And we're going to have a false start. It's going to be called. That's going to be our first penalty of the ball game, a false start against Spearville. 4:02 to play here in the first quarter. Tied at 8. It will make it 3rd down and 8.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd down and a long 9 now, Jeremy, though. That Does this bring in a pass play opportunity for them, maybe? They're not used to that so much. However, Nathan has passed 64 times and completed 41 of them for over 682 yards, so we'll see.
3rd down and 8. They are going to throw it. Stein under pressure. Rolls to his left. He's going to keep it. He makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Into Hanover territory. It's a 1st down at the 38-yard line.
And picked up a good 16, 17 yards on that one. He needed 9 for the 1st down, and he got another 7 or 8 after that. So great job, because he had 3 guys chasing after him. He looked like he's going to get trapped for a while by the Wildcats, but his abilities let him get that 1st and 10.
1st and 10 just inside the 28. We're going to have another false start. Guys are leaving early before the snap.
Yep, Brandon Davis left a little bit too soon, about a half a count too soon. 5'8", 165-pound senior, number 7, Brandon Davis.
Fall. Encroachment on the defense.
Oh, they're calling encroachment on the
5-yard
defense.
penalty. Still 1st down.
Pardon me.
Well, we missed that one. That's our first one in 14 years that we've ever missed.
Is that right? Dream on.
Don't go back and review tape, anybody. So 1st down and 5 after the penalty. Moves the ball just inside the 23-yard line. Here's a reverse. Seitz has the carry, going to the edge. He's going to have a 1st down and then some, running strong. Crowley on the tackle. The ball's loose, but the forward progress has been stopped at the 14-yard line.
There you saw a little kind of a double handoff, a little reverse in that action, wasn't it?
Yep, keeping everybody honest.
Yes, they were. Little single wing spinnerback action.
1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line.
And of course, talking to Matt Fowler before today, he gave all the credit to John Aubrey's book that's written back in the 60s on single wing offense.
1st down and 10 from the 14. Stein with it. Goes left side. Has a little bit of lead block help. Inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. That's a pickup of 5 yards. 2nd down and 5.
And they're pushing them off there, winning the line of scrimmage on that play. And of course, had a little help, like you said, with the lead block. I think had Brandon Davis and Luke Hanscamp helped him in there. Great job by the lineman up front.
White Strecker, the center. Jordan Knight, Dakota Krager, Kyler Stein, Spencer Everly on that line. There's a direct snap. Left side, close to the 1st down.
Yeah, that was a direct snap back to Luke Hanscamp. Like we mentioned earlier, 102 carries, over 1,361 yards, 28 touchdowns on the ground this year, rushing the ball. And had 7 receptions for 115 yards passing, recepting for 2 touchdowns in the air. Quite an athlete, junior Luke Hanscamp. Here we go.
3rd down and 1. The ball at the 5-yard line. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Hanscamp again. He is met. Dives for the end zone. He's going to be short of the goal line, but he is going to have a 1st down. Fritchie on the tackle for Hanover. 1st down and goal for the Lancers at the Hanover 1-yard line.
There's a great tackle in there for Adam Fritchie to keep him from having a touchdown. 6'1", 165-pound junior. Had 97 tackles and 1 interception coming into this game, Jeremy.
1st down and goal. 1:18 and counting, 1st quarter. There's Stein, right up the gut, touchdown. Spearville, they regain the lead 16-8.
That's quite a direct snap, a lot of faking going on there. And if people follow the action of the ball, they might have thought it was going to be a wide sweep. But direct snap to Nathan Stein and scored a touchdown, and they jump out front. About 14-8 right now with a 2-point extra point coming up. But like you said, with 1:14 to go in the 1st quarter.
Here comes the 2-point conversion, and it is, we do not have a signal yet from the official. They're still unpiling everybody. What's the call? 2-point conversion is good.
Barely.
Not by much, but that's all they needed.
Got that.
You just need the tip of that ball across the line before you're down, and the 2-point conversion is good for the Lancers with 1:14 to play. So both teams have put together some drives in this first quarter, Larry.
And I'll tell you what, you mentioned that correctly, and the Spearville Royal Lancers, the team has rushed over 3,100 yards for the whole year. That's incredible by itself. The top three, of course, would be Luke Heskamp at 1,361, Nathan Steins over 750, Brandon Davis almost 400 yards, and Bailey Stites with over 350 yards. Those four guys that totaled about 2,859 yards, just those four guys. So an incredible job, and you saw what that deception and misdirection does.
And this reminder, Kansas programs like today's football championships are made possible by viewers like you, and for that we say thank you.
Deep receiver, the Wildcats with the
Sheridan will kick off for the Lancers. He's had some high short kicks
20, Brady
to start things out. And we got another one that's short. White will field it at the 14. Out across the 15. He's not going to go very far, wrapped up at the 17-yard line. Good coverage by Spearville. Hanover will have it first down and 10. They drove 69 yards for a score on their last possession.
And the way that the kickoff kind of hit the turf twice, it kind of looked like a wedge. The ball didn't really go very far out there on hitting on the old turf, did it? Just kind of see a lot of the rubber coming up off the turf, the grass. Here we go.
First down and 10. Juneman in motion this time. Bruna under some pressure, throws it out. Incomplete, looking for Juneman. Boy, Bruna had to get rid of that thing, and Juneman wasn't ready for it. It's an incomplete pass. Second down and 10.
Yeah, he was forced to, Will Bruna was forced to kind of throw the ball a little bit quicker than what he wanted to. And Mr. Devin Juneman hadn't turned around to help his quarterback out on that play. So it brings up second and 10 yards. Great job, though, by pressure by the Royal Lancers, by Spearville.
Second down and 10. Bruna, the receiver's out there, steps up, throws. Losi makes the catch, makes one man miss, makes another man miss, makes one more miss for good measure as he gets out to the 31-yard line and a pickup of 14 yards.
And Nathan Stein finally, it was the fifth guy that finally made a tackle and wrapped him up and brought him down. But at first down, great job by Trey Losi. Done a great pass by Will Bruna.
Under a minute to play, first quarter. 16-8, Spearville on top. Our score brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center in Dodge City. First down and 10. Bruna to throw. Rolls to his left, under some pressure, gets out of trouble.
Job.
Steps up, has a man looking for Losi, incomplete. Heskamp on the coverage. Boy, I'll tell you what, the defensive backs are going to get a workout today, Larry. You have got to cover for quite a bit of time. Seems like an eternity.
Yeah, you better believe that they're going to get a workout today. That Will Brunner does a great job. He feels that pressure, and he just, they run him out of that pocket, and he leaves that pocket. He's dangerous as a run, and he's a great threat. He still got the, pass or run, and so that makes a lot of pressure on the cornerbacks and safeties.
Second down and 10. Here comes the pressure again. Bruna looking for the screen.
Up the middle.
Juneman has the catch, goes for the edge. A great open field tackle by Heskamp. A pickup of 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up third down and 7, and likely our last play of this quarter, unless Hanover pushes it to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a great job there, because if Luke Heskamp didn't make that tackle, he was darn sure going to have a first down made. And that's what you got to do. You got to wrap them up. You get one deal. You can't have them breaking tackles on you if you're the Royal Lancers.
And that is the end of the first quarter. We've had a little bit of scoring, some defense. We've already had our first turnover as well. After one quarter of play, Spearville 16, Hanover 8. We're back at Fisher Field in Newton right after this on Smoky Hills Public Television. Back at Fisher Field in Newton, 16-8. Spearville with the lead in the 8-man Division I state championship game, Spearville and Hanover. I'm Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz. Larry, boy, Spearville got the first break with the turnover, turned it into a score. Since then, it's been a pretty back and forth ball game.
Each team has done their specialties, Hanover Wildcats, they're led by Will Bruner in the passing type offense. Got great receivers. Likewise on the ground, the Lancers done a great job. Here we go.
3rd down and 7. Juneman in motion out of the backfield. Bruna surveying, has a man. It is caught by Stahlbomber inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. 12 yards and a 1st down for Hanover.
Great job by Dyken Stahlbomber, 6 foot, 162 freshman. He's had 9 receptions for 196 yards this year, 3 touchdowns. So he's kind of a secret little weapon that nobody's really seen much on tape, huh?
Yeah, you see that freshman doesn't get the ball a ton, but boy, he made himself a nice catch there. Had to go down to the turf to pick it up. Empty backfield again. Bruno with time, steps up in the pocket, under some pressure, rolling around. Now he's in some more trouble, looking for some help, throws it up the field. Incomplete, there's nobody out there. It looks like we might have a personal foul that could be called against Jordan Knight. Boy, because Bruna had got rid of the football. The officials are coming up as well because could it potentially be an intentional grounding because the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage? We'll see what the White Hat has to say.
He might pick it up.
Quarterback was hit when releasing the ball. Number 9 was in the area. No penalty.
Well, there we go. No penalties. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
That's kind of what I figured is going to happen. That's the reason why the ball was short, because he got hit right when he threw it.
And it's a good thing that the officials get together and talk about that and make the right decision.
Absolutely right. That's not their first rodeo.
2nd down and 10. Bruna looking right, throws right, and he has White complete at the 26-yard line, a pickup of 8 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
And the cornerback, Brandon Davis, 5'8", 165-pound senior, made that. He had 42 tackles coming in today. And he just added another tackle here. But after a pretty good-sized gain. 3rd and a long 2, short 3, you might say.
Well, Bruna has definitely spread around the wealth in the passing game so far today. Throwing again over the middle, nearly intercepted.
Oh, yes.
Boy, Kyler Stein had his hands on it and could not bring it in. It is 4th down, and boy, he is kicking himself right now because he knows he should have had the 2nd turnover of the day for that Lancer defense.
Yeah, he hit the old helmet with both hands. Dang it, what did I do? 6'2", 175-pound junior. Kyler Stein, kind of a linebacker, comes in either for Nathan Stein or Brady Sharadkin.
4th down and 2 for Hanover. There's a pass out in the flat. Juneman makes the catch. He will not make the 1st down. He'll lose a yard on the play. Heskamp attacked the line of scrimmage and brought him down after a loss of 1. It is a turnover on downs.
He either watched a lot of tape or it was just a great read by Luke Heskamp, the 105'8", 155-pound junior.
Well, I noticed in pregame warm-up, they were doing some pretty significant drills with the defensive backs, having him come up, backpedal, come up, backpedal, come up, backpedal, hard, not just light backpedals and light attacking. They really did something. There's a spin run by Stein. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Fritchie is in there. Coming up out of the bottom of the pile is Carlos Emmanuel. No gain on the play, 2nd down.
And number 88 is kind of gimpy, a little limpy there for Carlos Emmanuel for the Hanover Wildcats. Come on the sideline, got replaced.
Jacob Pedigo into the lineup. Here's a reverse, coming for Seitz, looking for the edge, makes the man miss, and he's going to be brought down as he crosses the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 4 on the play, but we do have a flag on the play as well. That looks like a hold, and that is the call. A holding is going to be called against Spearville, so this type of offense, 2nd down and 10 you're okay with, 2nd down and 20, It's hard for this offense to make that up against a good defense. And it's from the spot of the foul as well, mind you. So it'll go all the way back to the 14-yard line.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat
So it's really a 13-yard penalty in the long run.
I thought he kind of had him sealed off out there, but he must have held him after he kind of finished the block.
Second down and 23. There's a direct snap. Heskamp, boy, he's quick. Gets a little bit of the yardage back to the 22-yard line. Fritchie in on the tackle again. It'll bring up third down and long. Pickup of 8 yards on the play.
Tackled by Fritchie, 6'1", 165-pound junior. Had 97 tackles coming in with 1 interception. Number 2 on the jersey, Adam Fritchie.
Big play for the Hanover defense.
Yes, it is.
Third down and 15. Stein is going to throw it. He's looking. Going to heave it up the field. It is way underthrown. Intercepted by Juneman. Juneman has it at the 30-yard line. Hanover gets the ball back. A turnover on down, or a turnover. And just like we talked about, this offense is not designed for second, third, and long.
And then that ball kind of hung up in the air, kind of floated on him too. So it gave Juneman a great chance to just kind of keep his grounds because it never did reach the receiver. So a short pass, it hung up in the air like this, come and set and duck. So Juneman caught that interception, and now it's Hanover Wildcats on offense again.
9:13 to go first half. Hanover with it at their own 30. Bruna with time.
Got all day.
Looking left. Now he's going to run it. Gets a block. He's at midfield. There's a flag on the play. Back at the 33, 34-yard line. We'll see what the call is. We might have a hold.
I think I think Adam Fritchie is the one that block or hold.
It is a hold against Hanover. All the officials over here on the near side. Of course, there's probably just as many over there on the far side. We just can't hear them from over here.
Yes, right.
So a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul marks it back to the 23-yard line.
Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Is that what you always call your downtown quarterbacks? Making the calls.
Yeah.
Downtown quarterbacks. But they're not in the coffee shop this morning or the donut shop, are they? No, they're right here at Fisher Field.
First down and 17. No problems for Hanover. There's a pass over the middle. Juneman cannot make the catch. It's incomplete. Second down.
And you had Kyler Stein, of course, on the defensive coverage. He was kind of man-to-man coverage there, following Juneman wherever he went.
That is the 19th pass in this game for Hanover, and we still have 8:59 to play in the first half. They've ran the ball 5 times, 4 of them by Will Bruna for 23 yards. The other run was the fumble by Losi.
Well, their passing offense accounts for over 75% of all their offense, or 6% of all plays.
Second down. Bruna looking. Throws it. Catch is made, but short gain of 7 back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third down and 10.
Tackled by Tyler Stein. The Wildcats will have a third
and of course, Matt Hoyer gave the play here now for third and 10 to Will Bruna. So we'll see what's up his sleeve. The old brain trust over here, Matt Hoyer.
Losi is split to the top side for the Wildcats. Twins to the near. Bruna under some pressure, no problem. Steps up. First down, Losi. Boy, he went to a security blanket down to the 36-yard line, 14 yards, and a Wildcat first down.
Yeah, I needed 10, got about 13, so first down, move the sticks to Hanover Wildcats. Great pass. Now, he had some spiral. He had some good zip on that ball. I mean, it didn't take long to get to old Trey Losi.
Spearville brought some pressure from the outside that time, but Bruna just stepped straight up in the pocket to get the first down.
And, that's an unusual set. They got him spread out right now.
Bruna still looking. Now he's going to roll to his left. Comes back to his right. Under some pressure, making people miss. He's going to be hit. All that running, and he picks up one down to the 35.
He ran 40 yards to get one. After doing zig and zag, kind of like a pinball machine, didn't it? Huh? Bingo, bango, bongo, and he makes 1 yard. Run 40 to get one. What do you think?
Second down and 9. That's what
That's what you think?
But you never know when a play like that can break as well, whether it's a dropping coverage that you find a receiver break open or whether the running game breaks open.
Now, don't tell me that's how Matt Hoyer drew that play up.
Sometimes you have to improvise, and now we have a whistle on the play and a timeout by Hanover. We will take it with you. 7:09 to go first half. Spearville 16, Hanover 8. We're back in Newton right after this on Smoky Hills Public Television. Spearville with the lead over Hanover in the 8-man Division I state championship game. Jeremy McGuire and Larry Jantz. Larry, the defenses have started to settle in a little bit here in this game early. We were wondering, but you know, we expected a lot of scoring in this game, and so far with 7:09 remaining in the first half, we've seen 3 touchdowns, but could have been a lot more to this point, you would think.
Well, I think that's what most people probably expected coming into it. I know some of the sports writers thought so.
Second down and 9 now for Hanover at the Spearville 35.
Gentleman's in motion.
Bruna steps up, has a man out there. It's knocked away by Clinton Stein.
Oh, yeah, great job by him.
That ball hung up just long enough for Stein to recover and get there and knock it down. It's third down.
It's a good thing Clinton Stein's 6'3" though, too. 6'3", 160-pound senior. 39 tackles, 2 interceptions this year. He used every bit of that 6'3" frame and then placed his arms to deflect the ball.
Well, third down and long again for Hanover. Not the first time they faced this situation. Not the first time on this drive they faced this situation.
May not be the last either.
Bruna looks, steps back, throws it over the middle. Catch is made by Fritchie out of the back, out of offensive lineman. He's eligible, makes the catch, picks up 10 down to the 25-yard line and a first down.
Great job by Adam Fritchley, number 2, 6'1", 165-pound junior.
Does pick up a first down at the 25-yard line of the Lancers.
So first down and 10. Fritchie with the reception.
Was that his first?
According to the stats, that is his first catch of the year. I was like, well, I don't have anything on it, but let me look back.
Yeah.
First down and 10, an option left. They option it to Juneman. He has some running room. A great block on the outside, inside the 10, inside the 5. He is down at the 3-yard line. First down and goal for the Wildcats.
Great call, great read, and extremely well ran. I mean, the timing was just perfect for them. Bruna pitched at the correct time. The blocks happened to place out front, and Jimin did the rest.
Yeah, one of those times that the Wildcats go to a designed run. It doesn't happen all that often, but it did there. First and goal from the 3 for Hanover. The junior Bruna looking over things. He's going to run it to the right side. He's into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown.
I figured they'd probably keep it. He's going to keep it in his hands and run that ball in there. So now we got a chance to tie the ball game up, don't we, Jeremy?
The second touchdown of the ball game for Will Bruna. This one from 3 yards out. His first one was from 2 yards out.
But he's had 16 touchdowns coming into the game. Oh, it's a pass,
There's a halfback pass. Juneman to Losi. We are tied at 16 points apiece. A little trickery from the veteran head coach Matt Hoyer. And it is 16-16 with 5:57 to go in the first half, Larry Jantz. And these two teams keep answering each other.
Look at their previous leaders. Adam Zarbinecki was out here congratulating all of them on that play. Of course, you know, he had that knee hurt, so he didn't get to play the last game, but that was a great job there, Jeremy.
16-16 is the score. Matt Hoyer paces the sidelines. The Spearville team wanting to have an answer. Crowley likely to kick it off for Hanover. First kick was just a squib kick, which is what they were practicing during pregame warm-ups, so they're not wanting to get the ball deep into Hanover or into Spearville's hands. Of course, the Lancers were still able to execute a reverse on the return, or a fake reverse, so we'll see what they do this time with Heskamp and Davis back deep.
Yeah, they're probably going to have a crisscross action in the backfield. You just don't know. They carried out a fake pretty well the other time, though, so you don't know which one Rod has the ball. Here we go.
Crowley will kick another squibber. Heskamp has it. He's going to hand it off to Davis. Davis has some blocking. He's upended on the far side. A nice tackle by Losi. Down at the 24-yard line, first down at 10 for Spearville.
Yeah. I think Brandon Davis kind of run into a roadblock over there after that one there. He probably wished that Heskamp would have kept the ball that play.
Well, next time Hanover kicks, they're guaranteed at least one more kick to start the second half. I would be surprised to see if they don't go to the naked side of that wall.
Yeah.
First down and 10 from the 24. Direct snap, Heskamp, left side, hit, dropped. He's going to pick up one on the play. Bruna in on the tackle. Also in there was Trevor Clipp, a gain of 1, second and 9.
And the defense, they smelled that one out. They were flowing to this here, to the right-hand side, the same play the play was good. They guessed right that time.
Another key to this single wing offense, stopping it, is follow the blocks. Where are the blocks taking you? Heskamp's going to the edge this time. He's close to a first down, just depends on the mark. It looks like he is going to have enough.
Less than maybe yards
short. He is gonna be very close. Very, very close.
Up.
Well, it's going to be a short trip for the chain gang. Actually, he is short. I believe you're right. He is short by a... Nope, they're going to say first down. Never mind. Forget what I said. 9-yard gain for Heskamp and a first down for Spearville. We're wrong again.
Well, but I mean, they knocked down the yard markers. You couldn't see them, so you're excusable to be wrong.
It's going to be a keeper.
Stein
has it, breaks a tackle. He's got one man to beat. He's on the run. Touchdown, Lancers.
No penalties, no laundry on the field, so touchdown. That's a great read, great job. He broke at least one block or one tackle, and that's a great job by Nathan Stein.
46 yards on the carry for Nathan Stein. And it's 22-16, Spearville.
And they've had 111 carries coming in this ball game, 750 yards, 16 touchdowns, and add another one to it. And receiving, Ace had over passing for 16 touchdowns as well.
Here comes the two-point conversion attempt.
Brilliant.
Heskamp right up the middle into the end zone for the two-point conversion. So, it did not take the Lancers long to answer. 49 seconds to be exact, with 5:08 to play in the first half. Spearville regains a lead 24-16. It's almost like the musical Annie Get Your Gun.
Yeah.
Anything you can do, I can do better. They just keep going back and forth.
Absolutely. But that was a great job by Luke Heskamp getting the direct snap, and he followed that guard. I mean, Dakota Krieger, he had a great hold that time. I mean, he moved them out on that line of scrimmage there. 5'11", 165-pound senior Dakota Krieger, number 44 for the Royal Lancers. He's responsible for Luke, or his good teammate, to get that 2-point extra point. Great job by the line of the Royal Lancers. Kyler Stein, Dakota Krieger, Wyatt Strecker, Jordan Knight, and Spencer Eberly. Doing a great job up front.
Now kicking from the opposite side of the field, it will be Sheridan. Matthew White back deep, stands at his own 15-yard line after the first 3 kicks from Sheridan have been relatively short. Well, this one a little bit more length. At the 9-yard line is White. Comes up the middle, looking for a gap. We have a flag on the play. We have 2 flags on the play, both in the same vicinity. That does not look good for the Wildcats.
No, I think they're going to get Adam Ritchie for something. What do you think it is?
We'll see when the officials call it. Looks like a block in the back.
Well, sure.
That'll be another 10 yards marked off against the Wildcats. 3 penalties, 25 yards.
Illegal block in the back, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, first down.
To be first down and 10 from the
Correction, half the distance.
9-yard line, so a half the distance. So they mark it all the way back to. There they got it marked. They got it back to the 9. So first down and 10.
First 10 from their 9-yard line.
5:02 to play first half. Bruna stands at his own 5-yard line to take the snap. Looking for an answer over the middle to White. He breaks a tackle, has a blocker. He's down the sideline, knocked out of bounds.
They just like a little drag play right over the center, and he just caught him on stride. Once he gets to the outside edge, Matt White did the rest of it.
They mark him out at the 27-yard line, a pickup of 18 yards for Hanover.
Coming into today's game, he had 32 receptions for 663 yards, 9 touchdowns. Matthew White, 5 foot 10, 140-pound senior.
Trips to the near side for the Wildcats.
Whoa.
Bruno, a little shovel pass to Losi. He comes to the sideline, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Close to a first down. It looks like he has it, a gain of 10 yards on the play.
Brandon Davis.
Great design play, wasn't it? And just shuffle past that or up front. Great job by Will Bruno. You can see why he's the main cog of the offense. He kind of designed everything around him this year.
Bruno had to stand in there for that play to develop. Took a little bit of a shot as he got rid of that thing.
Yeah, because 58 was coming after him.
Now he's going to run it across midfield, dives down at the 36-yard line, picks up 6. Well, you can see that develop right away. You wondered if they were going to run it because they took twins to both sides and ran them all the way to the sideline, which really opens up the middle of the field.
Yep.
Second down and 4. Here comes White. Stepping up Bruna down the middle of the field. Intercepted by Stein. Boy, that pass, no, they're going to say incomplete. It hit the field, and the back judge, Travis Plouts, the side judge over here on the near side, also the umpire, Kerry Shannon, was right there. They saw it. All 3 of them immediately were calling incomplete pass. So a break that time for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't come down with it. Didn't have it secure when it came down. Headed up on top, but all that bodies getting hit in the middle of the air while he dropped the ball, incomplete pass.
Third down and 4. Bruna's looking.
Still
now
looking.
He's going to roll to his left. Steps up. He's hit and dropped. Brownlee is there. Leading the charge, also Jordan Knight.
And
a loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and 6.
And Matt Fowler was coming off the sideline on that. He was helping those boys out, congratulating them. He was 3 or 4 yards out on the field. Coach Matt Fowler.
I think Coach Fowler probably could have put some pads on today.
I think he could play today. He got pretty well fired up, and rightfully so. 4th
down and 6. Hanover needs the Spearville 33 for a first down. And I think we are going to have a timeout on the field. We are, with 3:16 to play in the first half. We'll take it with you. 24-16, a big 4th down play coming up on Smoky Hills Public Television. 24-16, Hanover trails by 8. They have the football. 4th down and 6. Just outside the Spearville 38-yard line, Jeremy McGuire and Larry Jantz on Smoky Hills Public Television. The 8-man Division I state championship game. A long 6 yards here for this Hanover football team. They do not want to give the football up back to the Spearville offense.
No, and both teams been doing a pretty good job with it. controlling the line of scrimmage. You got. But here we go. Find out what's up the brain trust sleeve of Matt Hoyer.
4th down. Bruna rolling to the outside, stepping up, throwing. It's tipped and incomplete.
Great job at number 7, Brandon Davis.
Davis was there. Incomplete pass. Spearville takes over. 1st down and 10.
And now, you know, what's interesting is you compare these two coaches, Matt Fowler, in his 7th year, 39-30, 10-1 a year ago, 12-0 this year, doing a great job with his unbalanced single-wing offense. Likewise, on the other side, you got Matt Hoyer, 11 years at Hanover, all of them there, 102 wins, 24 setbacks. And the greatest thrill for both of them is just seeing the kids develop.
1st down and 10. Heskamp, underneath handoff to Seitz. He's gone. Nobody's there. Inside the 10, touchdown Spearville. It took him one play to answer. 42 yards. It's 30-16.
You talk about gap assignment being sound and finding an open hole in the zone of trying to do that. There was a mix-up somewhere in the defensive assignments out by the Wildcats. And it's a great job there by Matt Fowler, Spearville Royal Lancers.
Boy, one play, 42 yards. That is the second one-play possession for Spearville. They have both ended in long touchdown runs. The first was the opening play from scrimmage for them offensively, a 48-yard run by Heskamp. The all-important two-point conversion. There's the inside handoff to Davis. He is in for the two-point conversion. Boy, that misdirection really starting to get to those Wildcats here, Larry Jantz. A big run on the touchdown, and then the two-point conversion. All the action going one way, the ball comes back the other.
Well, and see the other one, Seitz is the one that comes in for Davis, Brandon Davis. They alternate wingback position, so he scores the touchdown on a inside kind of reverse misdirection, and all of a sudden this 2-point extra point was his buddy, old Brandon Davis, 5'8", 165-pound senior. He got it. He's only had 28 carries for 396 yards and 7 touchdowns this year, and caught the ball, 8 receptions for 178 yards and 7 touchdowns in the air. So the wingback, Brandon Davis, did a great job right there by himself, and he's, of course, all-purpose yards, 918 yards. He also was a kickoff return and a punt return for the Royal Lancers.
One of the keys that Matt Fowler had given us this week leading up to today's game was offensively for his team to carry out fakes. And they are doing that awfully well because everybody's showing action one way, it comes back the other way with a little inside handoff. And Spearville with the 2-touchdown lead, 3:03 to play here in this first half. And boy, Hanover really needs an answer in this final 3:03. The kick is a high one. White backs up, has it, backpedals inside the 5. Going to the edge, he's going to be hit and dropped.
Great tackle.
Great tackle over there on the far side. In on the play
number 10.
Was number 10, Waylon Strecker, the 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. It's going to be 1st down for Hanover at their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, it was a great job of that sophomore, Waylon Strecker, number 10, 5'10", 150-pounder.
One thing you noticed when he came down, he really broke down to make the tackle.
Yes,
He wasn't in out of control, kept us contained, made the hit. 3 wide receivers to the near side for Hanover. Juneman in motion, fakes the handoff, looking. Pruna in trouble, he's brought down. Sheridan back at the 8-yard line, a loss of 6.
Yep, Brady got him, number 20, 5'9", 190-pound senior. 46 tackles this year and interception. Add one more too, the old Brady Sheridan.
So 2nd down, they'll mark it at the 9, a loss of 5, 2nd down and 15. 2:27 remaining and counting here in this first quarter. Juneman in motion again. There's a little dump pass to the outside. Catch is made by White. Stein is out there for the tackle. That's Nathan Stein, along with Elias Brownlee. Pickup of 7. It's 3rd down and 8.
It's kind of like years ago. Remember, there used to be Bruna, and more Brunas in Hanover. Huh? Now we got Stein,
and more Stein.
Yes,
I was talking with one of the assistant coaches before the game, and I said, well, if you say Stein, you're going to be pretty close to right on every play. 3rd down and 8. Wildcats deep in their own territory. It's a little screen pass to Losi. Nobody is fooled. A pickup of a yard. And now a timeout on the play called by Spearville.
Trying to conserve a little clock. Hope they can get the ball back with 1:35 to go to halftime, huh? Because it's 4th down.
Yeah, it's a punting situation now for Hanover. Boy, this is a chance for Spearville to break this game wide open. If they can get the ball back, score before the end of the half, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well. Hanover could be in trouble.
That's right. Katie bar the door if that happens, if your scenario comes true. But the Wildcats is tough. They've had a lot of resiliency, and we'll see what happens here. But it could be a fake punt, knowing Matt Hoyer.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. If you are Matt Hoyer, you bring out one of your fakes at this point.
No, I wouldn't put it past him. You got Will Bruner. You got one of the best guys that can read all that stuff in the backfield. Hey, they're going for it.
We'll see if it's a quick kick. There's a snap to Bruner. He's rolling to his right. He is going to quick kick it. Kind of rugby style. It will bounce all the way inside the 20 and keep rolling down to the 17-yard line. Boy, what a job by Bruner with that punt with 1:22 to go in the first half. Spearville has a long way to go, 62 yards. But make that 63 yards. My math wasn't working very well there.
But that's okay. But that was a great job by Will Bruner, wasn't it? I mean, it's just incredible. What an athlete he is. No wonder he's the all-time, quarterback pass, got the record, 56 touchdowns.
They throw it out in the flat. Catch is made by Heskamp. Up near the first down markers, he's shoved out of bounds. At the 25-yard line, it's going to bring up second down and 2. Pickup of 8 on the play. An official's timeout. I believe they're fixing the chains over on the far side. Our score 32-16. Our score brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center in Dodge City. And the chains are good to go. We're good to go. Crowley is going to hunker down over on the defensive left side. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Stein says, I'm just going to hand it off to Davis. He is going to be upended. A gain of 1 on the play. And a timeout is going to be called by Spearville. I believe. Yes, they have called a timeout, as the officials indicate so. After a pickup of 1, they have 3rd down and 1. And Larry Jansa, I think it's can't be understated, but a big defensive play for the Hanover defense.
If they stop him here, they're going to probably force the Royal Lancers to get in the punting formation. Because I don't know, I don't think they're going to go for it down there if they don't make a first down now. Why do that? I mean, you're up 2 touchdowns, kick the ball, get it clear down there deep.
Well, we'll see if that even makes it, if that is even a necessary option. If they can pick up a yard or more on this play, they would reset the chains.
My instinct tells me they're going to make a first down on this play. 3rd down and less than 1 yard to go to make it. Of course, this is
3rd down and 1 from the 26. 1:12 to play in the half. Stein will take the snap. He goes right, gets to the edge, has a first down, out of bounds, clock stops.
Move the sticks, and we got a first down, and now just barely over a minute and 7 to go to halftime. And of course, the best finish by the Royal Lancers prior to today is 3 times have been sub-state runner-ups, Jeremy, back in 1978, 1996, and 97. But today's the first time ever in the state title game.
Pretty exciting for these kids and for the community of Spearville. 1st down and 10. Just over a minute to play in the half. Stein is going to throw. Has time. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's going to run with it. Looks for the edge, still on his feet inside the 40. Breaks another tackle. He's still going. He's going to go all the way. Nathan Stein, Houdini into the end zone for the touchdown from 51 yards out. Unbelievable. How did he do that?
About 30, 35 yards from the end zone. That's when he kind of used like a hurdle. Hurdled right over one of those would-be tacklers. Kept his balance, wobbling a little bit. Got back balance, and all of a sudden back in the end zone.
Well, this Hanover sideline is
decimated.
Pretty quiet right now. Boy, Stein, strong. He refused to go down, and he said, I'm not going out of bounds. Now he's going to jump pass it.
What a pass play.
Complete to Kyler Stein. 2-point conversion is good with 53 seconds remaining in the first half. It is all Royal Lancers right now, Larry Chance. They lead 40-16, and things are going their way.
Yeah, that's a great scheme of things, how they did that there. I love that there 2-point extra point. They had a lot of deception in that thing. Did you see that trickery?
Oh, yeah.
Guys faking back here like we're headed to the other end zone. All of a sudden, a little quickie pass over the middle. That brings back some old days when we used to have a quick pass over the middle.
Well, here's a thought with 53 seconds remaining in the half. With the way Hanover can throw the ball and how they can strike so quickly, this first half isn't over yet.
That's right. And, I mean, this kickoff here, they got to run it back. They got enough speed on them. You get the ball to that White, or Will Bruner gets it, or even Trey Losey. They got speed. And the legitimate kid, he's no slack. Either one of them could break it.
So White stands at right about his own 15-yard line. Sheridan will tee it up at the 40, or the 30, excuse me.
You know, because Will Bruner has 4 receivers. It's total over 2,000 total yards, counting just the 4 receivers. So they can put the ball in the air, and they know what to do with it when they get it. So, man, Hoyer will figure out something.
Here we go. Sheridan's kick to Spinner, taken at the 10-yard line. Coming up the field, White is met, and he is going to be brought down at the 16-yard line. Great special teams coverage again by the Royal Lancers. 1st and 10, Hanover at their own 16-yard line with 47 seconds remaining in the first half. They trail 40-16. Our score brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center in Dodge City.
Yeah, Bailey Stites is the first one to get him, and then he had all his buddies. About 6 or other buddies kind of helped bring him down. But Bailey Stites is a 5'10", 160-pound senior with 21 tackles, 1 interception, and 1 fumble recovery prior to today.
1st down and 10.
For Will Bruner.
Bruner looking, throws it over the middle, pass is tipped and incomplete. Royal Lancers have all of the momentum right now.
It's was that Brownlee they got in there, the nose guard? Is he the one who deflected that one?
Not sure.
190-pound senior. It's either him or number 20. You know, Brady. Either Brady got it or Brownlee. They deflected that pass.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Hanover. 4 seconds off the clock on that play.
It only takes 1.
That's all it takes.
And the way they got them spread out, look how they got them spread out.
Trips to the top side, a backwards pass to Losey. He's looking to throw it up the field. It's intercepted by Heskamp. He picks it off at the 40, and Hanover has turned it back over to the Royal Lancers with 36 seconds remaining in the first half.
We said things would happen in a hurry. Well, I don't think we maybe anticipated quite like that, but a little underthrown just a little bit. It had good spire on it, but there was about 3 defensive characters right in the way there to try to do that. And great job by Luke Heskamp to snag that ball and intercept it.
Royal Lancers with the football back and an opportunity to put more on the board. Stein is looking to throw. Throws it up the field, has Heskamp out there. It is on the deflection by Davis. He's down at the 10. The right place at the right time.
Intended for Luke Heskamp, deflected. Great tackle possibility, and the ball popped loose right into number 7's hand, old Brandon Davis. So look what I got, boys.
And a timeout is going to be called by Spearville with 27 seconds remaining in the half, and a chance for the Royal Lancers to add to their 24-point lead. Boy, Heskamp was the intended receiver. That ball popped out, and Davis was right there for the picking.
Johnny on the spot.
Boy, this second quarter has turned from bad to worse for Hanover.
Well, I'm not so sure that, most pass plays, the way they're drawn up by Matt Fowler, you don't want to have two receivers within 5 yards of each other. So I don't know which one the right pattern, but I know the ball was going to Heskamp. And all of a sudden, Davis just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Looky what I found.
Yeah.
Well, if you're Spearville, if you're running the football on this down, you most certainly want to have a couple of plays called in the huddle, don't you?
I think so. I would.
That way you can get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Especially if they're going to run the ball. I mean, you got time. But I'd call two of them. You're right. I'd call two plays right now.
No timeouts remaining for the Lancers. Knocking on the Hanover door again. Back to pass Stein. There's a flag on the play.
Illegal procedure.
False start against
Yeah.
Spearville. So that first and goal from the 10 will turn to first and goal from the 15.
Still first down.
First down to the 15.
Davis brings the play in to Stein. Stein is not a small lad, 6'2", 198 pounds. He's going to ride out the fake. Little screen pass by Davis. He's got blockers inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Spearville.
Great little read. A lot of deception in that little play. Snuck old Brandon Davis right in there. It's almost like a screen up the middle to him. And then once he broke that through that line of scrimmage and kind of flared out to the end zone of the pylons, he's in.
A 15-yard screen pass for the score.
And now they're here to line up here. We come unbalanced line.
Here comes the conversion. Stein's going to throw it. Throws it back. It is tipped and incomplete.
Deflected.
Intended for Strecker, incomplete with 18 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 46-16, 30 unanswered points by Spearville, and they bring in, they run the screen pass. First time we've seen that from them today. My son plays middle school football in Hayes, and he's a split back, sometimes a flanker. And he scored a touchdown in their last game. First play from scrimmage, they ran a reverse to him, and he scored from 30, 40 yards out, something like that. And I asked him, what was it like when you brought that play in and you know the ball was going to you? He was pretty pumped. You have to believe that Brandon Davis was pretty excited to have that play coming to him on a screen pass.
Likewise, what's really interesting is their 2-point extra point. If you didn't notice it, the center become eligible because he's on the end of the play. They didn't have no guards or tackle covering him up. So it's center eligible in this case, and they tried to get the ball to Wyatt Strecker. And, that would be a dream of a lineman to catch a pass at some point in time, okay? And it almost happened. Just got broke up right in there. The pass should have been a little bit tougher, a little bit more errant of the ball, and Strecker would have had a 2-point extra point. Not so. Kickoff time for the Lancers.
Lancers up by 30 points. There's a short line drive kickoff. It's tipped. Stahlbomber has it, looking to the outside. Juneman lays a block for him. Dyke and Stahlbomber on the run up to the 27-yard line, creating a bit there. And it will be first and 10 with 10 seconds remaining in the half.
And Dyke and Stahlbomber did a great job. And that Stahlbomber name is from back in their archives of the Hanover Wildcats. I mean, I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of Stahlbombers come through.
Just a couple.
Oh, yeah, several. All of them great athletes, great individuals.
First down and 10, and it looks like Hanover is going to wave the white flag for the first half and take a knee. Although Bruna fumbled the snap, got it back, takes a knee, and that's going to be the end of the first half.
One of the few fumbles he had today, and that's going to make a little tough stuff here in the locker room now at halftime with what the heck can old Matt Hoyer drum up to erase a 30-point deficit, 46-16 here at halftime. Jeremy?
What on earth do you tell your team at halftime if you're Matt Hoyer?
Got to keep on going. I mean, haven't faced this kind of adversity all year long. Of course, neither team did, being down 30 points at halftime, obviously. But like you said earlier, they can score in bunches, but they got to start winning the line of scrimmage and keep that unbalanced line and the trickery of it, deception, misdirection, has got the best of the Wildcats so far.
You flip the script. What does Matt Fowler tell his Spearville team at the half?
Just keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to change anything. We're up 30, but don't let off the gas pedal. You keep that gas pedal going. You know, try to get it clear into the radiator in your car. I mean, put the foot all the way down. Feet, you know.
So we are at halftime, 46-16. Spearville on top by 30 in the 8-man Division I state championship game. When we come back, we'll have your second half, get you set for the second half of today's ball game right here on Smoky Hills Public Television. And welcome back to Fisher Field in Newton. We are at halftime. The Hanover Wildcats trail the Spearville Royal Lancers by a score of 46-16. Kind of a surprising first half. Spearville scored 30 second quarter points to extend their lead to 30 here at halftime, 46-16. It's now time to take a look at our halftime stats. First, for Hanover, we'll look at them offensively. The Wildcats with 156 passing yards, 47 rushing yards, 203 yards at halftime. Pretty decent halftime numbers if you were to look at it for Matt Hoyer. The area where he's not going to like, 2 turnovers, both directly led into touchdowns for the Spearville Lancers. 16 points at halftime for Hanover. For Spearville, 53 yards on the ground, 254 yards, or 53 yards through the air, 254 rushing yards, 307 total yards for Spearville. They had 5 first downs in the first half, 1 turnover, and they lead it by a score of 46-16. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jantz here on Smoky Hills Public Television. And boy, Larry, that first half, first quarter and into the start of the second quarter, back and forth, Hanover tied the ball game 16-16 with 5:57 to play in the second quarter. Then it was 30 straight points by Spearville in 5 minutes and 57 seconds.
You know, in the beginning of the ball game, the first quarter took a while for both teams to kind of get settled in, you know, and get to go on and understanding the unbalanced single wing offense by the Royal Lancers, and then of course the passing effort by Will Bruna, and he was phenomenal those first bit. But then you get a deflected pass, and then you get this, and there's a fumble, then you put the ball in there, and when it starts, it's kind of like a snowball going down a hill. It picks up momentum as it goes on down there, and that's kind of what happened to the Wildcats from Hanover right now. Is that they got to pick themselves up by the bootstraps, and they better do it pretty quick in the third quarter.
The onside kick to start the half?
Well, could. And I'll guarantee you, as long as you and I have known Matt Hoyer, you always expect the unexpected with him. He's always got an extra, you know, I'd hate to play poker with him because he'd always have something up his sleeve or a trick card that he's going to throw at you. So nothing's out of the ordinary from Matt. Great coach, 11 years been there. You know, he just done an incredible job. So, and his kids, it's incredible what they've done, as we talked about pregame and early in the game.
Do you think he brought up a pride aspect at halftime?
Oh, I'm sure. And they got a lot of intestinal fortitude on their own part. A lot of hard work to get there where they is. So let's go. Here we go.
Here we go. Start of the second half. Prowley to kick it off. Will it be an onside kick?
Yep.
It is. It is going to be. It looks like Spearville got on it. It looked like Dakota Krager came away with the football for the Royal Lancers, and he did. And if he hadn't gone up at the point he did, that would have been Hanover football to start the second half. But it is not, and so the Royal Lancers will take over. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. They scored on a 46-yard run from Nathan Stein with 5:08 remaining in the first half. And then Bailey Seitz, then Stein again, and then Brandon Davis. Direct snap to Heskamp, goes right side, breaks a tackle, and he was a shoestring away from going the distance. Prowley on the tackle, a pickup of 5 on the play.
If that defensive end for the Wildcats don't make that tackle, he was going to be gone for another touchdown. So thank goodness old number 83 Peyton Prowley had 50 tackles coming in this game, 4 fumble recoveries, 6'2", 190-pound senior. Nothing bigger than that stop right there.
They needed it. 2nd down and 5. They cannot allow Spearville to score anymore.
They got to wrap him up.
There's a spin. They give it to Heskamp. He's brought down. Bruno on the tackle after a pickup of a yard, 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
That was classic, a half spin right there. You know, quarterback gets it. I mean, the fullback, Nathan Stein, gets it, turns his back to the defense, hands the ball off to good old Luke coming in the middle there.
3rd down.
Brandon Davis.
It is going to be
Davis on the
Stein's going to keep it. He's going to pick up a couple. It's going to bring up 4th down and 1.
That was a great fake. I thought Brandon Davis might have had that ball the way he carried out that fake. Of course, he had his back to us. We couldn't see.
Fowler said you had to keep your eye on the football.
Well,
you're not keeping your eye on the football?
I lost it.
4th down and 1, and boy, every chance to get Spearville offense off the field is the biggest play. 4th and 1.
Quick kicker to Heskamp. Quick hitter to Heskamp. Oh, now they're going to go balance line, unbalance the other way.
They option it, and it's going to be right up the middle. Stein, he just lowers his head and says, I'm going to pick up 3 yards in a 1st down, and does just that.
Come on. Hey, Jordan Knight, you 205-pound junior, 205-pound Wyatt Strecker, and 165-pound Dakota Krager. Make the hole for me. Get a surge off the line of scrimmage, and let me finish it up and get a 1st down, move the sticks. Then Zebras did that, and now it's 1st down Royal Lancers.
No need to get fancy on that play.
No.
1st down and 10. The ball at the Hanover 33-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Boy, that's going to be a lot of guys moving at the point of the snap. And a 5-yard penalty.
You think?
Yeah. Yep, that's where that timing is extremely important, and Matt Fowler does not agree.
False start, offense, repeat 1st down.
Matt Fowler does not agree with the call. He didn't think it was a false start. And, you know, it all depends on the snap of the football. If the football hasn't snapped and you got more than one guy moving, then it's a penalty.
But Matt was probably saying, well, that's our trickery in the backfield. And you guys are not used to that. You referees, you Zebras.
1st down and 15 following the penalty.
Been never any discussion.
There's a little spinner action. They give it to Heskamp, breaks a tackle on his move, close to a 1st down inside the 25 to the 24. Going to be just short.
You're slow getting up a little bit. Got dinged up a little bit, old Luke did.
14 yards on the carry for Heskamp.
The ball to the 24-yard line.
He'll go out for one play, probably. Got a little gimpy ankle.
2nd down and 1. Brandon Davis will bring the play in from the sideline for the Lancers. This time it's going to be Seitz. Gets a block, has a 1st down. It's going to be brought down on the play by Clip. A pickup of 3 on the play, 1st down.
Yeah, Trevor Clip on the tackle there. 52 tackles coming in the ball game. 1 interception. Number 48, Trevor Clip, a 5'11", 150-pound junior, playing defensive end for the Hanover Wildcats.
Heskamp back into the lineup for Spearville. 1st down and 10. The ball at the 21-yard line. It's going to be Stein right up the middle, just lowers his shoulder inside the 20. Down to the 28, a pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
He was following a surge behind that Jordan Knight, the tackle, the right tackle, number 11, 5'10", 205-pound junior. Of course, Wyatt Strecker, the 5'11", 205-pound center. He's also a junior.
3 touchdowns so far on the ball game for Nathan Stein. 19 on the season on the ground. Second down and 7.
Double
Here's a
handoff.
reverse action. Sights has some room. It closes down. He keeps his feet
Oh, the ball.
inside the 10. The fumble on the play. It is whose football?
Ball carrier was Bailey Sides.
I think did Nate Stein go recover it?
Well, it's going to be first down and goal, so
First and goal
Spearville football.
at the 6-yard line.
And Brandon Davis brings in the play from Matt Fowler to Nathan Stein. So we're going to see what they have go up their sleeve now.
First and goal from the 6-yard line. Boy, Spearville looking to make some things happen. Stein with the keeper.
He's
Boy,
in,
he's tough to bring down. He's in. Bruna tried to strip it out of his hands, couldn't do it. And into the end zone from 6 yards out is Nathan Stein, his 4th rushing touchdown of the game. It is 52-16 Spearville.
It's a great read. And I'll tell you what, they better get on here or they could have 45. This game could be over before the 4th quarter.
It's a 36-point game right now. Stein is going to hand it off to Sights, looking for the edge. He's towards the goal line. He's in for the 2-point conversion. Boy, this Spearville offensive line is just thumping that Hanover defense right now, something the Wildcats haven't felt all year long.
Well, they're winning line of scrimmage. I mean, when they get the surge off that line like Strecker and Krager and Knight and Eberle and Stein's been doing, it makes it a little easier for your running backs. And they're not any slouch by themselves. So if you get a line of surge, give me 1 or 2 yards, I'll try to make another 2 or 3 yards after that. And if they don't tackle up right, don't wrap them up, then we're gone to get in that second level.
Boy, Hanover searching for answers as Spearville has now scored 38 unanswered points to take a 38 lead at 54-16. Our score brought to you by Phillips Chiropractic and Physical Therapy Center in Dodge City. Well, it goes to the shoulder of the Hanover offense now, Larry. They have got to put some points on the board. And they can worry about a defensive stop when Spearville has it, but if the offense doesn't put any points on the board, well, it doesn't take a mathematician to figure that one out.
Yep, better not put the pigskin on the rug today. I mean, they can't afford that any longer.
There's the
What a
kick,
kick. That's a
over
good
towards
kick.
the sideline. White is watching it
End
roll
zone.
into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It'll be first down and 10 from the 15-yard line for Hanover. So 7:32 remaining in the 3rd quarter, 54-16. Spearville on top by 38. Royal Lancers with wins over Madison, South Central, South Barber, Kiowa County, Ness City, Dighton, Healy, Trigo, Hodgman County, South Gray, Atwood, Rollins County, Central Plains, Solomon. First down and 10. Bruna to throw, looking over the middle. Losi with the catch. He has a first down across the 25. Brought down at the 28, a pickup of 13 and a first down.
Nice spiral throw by Will Bruna and great catch by Trey and caught him right on stride. And Zebras get to move the sticks, and so Wildcats needed that, that's for sure, didn't they?
Yeah, most certainly did. First down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Bruna knows he's got some work to do. Rolling to his left. He's being pursued and out of bounds just across the 30. They'll mark it at the 31, a pickup of, we'll call it 3 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 7.
They were trying to sucker in old Jordan Knight, that defensive end on that side. See if he bit the hook, you know, thought he was going to pass to stay in there. Then so when he got outside, when Bruna got at him, then it was a foot race. And they just spread the sideline out and only got about a 2-yard or 3-yard gain.
Second and 7. Bruna to throw again. He's going to run it. He dives down at the 36. He picks up 5. Brings up third down and 2.
think it meant to be a pass in that time there, but he couldn't find anybody open real quick like. And it opened up the middle, so he took the ball and ran and got what he could out of it. So brings up third down. What? You say 3? Or short
I'd
2?
say third down about 2.5.
There you go.
If you want to get really technical about it.
2.5 yards.
Back to pass, Bruna. Looks over the middle, catch by Juneau, first down into Spearville territory at the 39-yard line.
Good tackle by Heskamp, though. Luke was right on the spot, caught him right by the legs, wrapped him up just like it's hog tied an old steer.
We have first down to 39.
Pick up of 6 yards on the play. 6:23 remaining, third quarter. 54-16, Spearville on top by 38. Bruna is going to throw again. Steps up across the middle. That pass is incomplete. Intended for Stahlbomber, brings up second down.
That pass again for Dakin Stahlbomber was incomplete.
So second down and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Remember, Stahlbomber had that one catch early in the game, but he's only had 9 all year long. In 12 games, only had 9, but so he's kind of a secret weapon, huh?
Guy that's out there, if you're open, be ready, but you're not our main target usually. Bruna needs to find somebody here. Under pressure, he's going down. Jordan Knight brings him down in the backfield. Back at the 32-yard line, a loss of 9 yards on the play. It's third down and long.
It's one of the few times that they've got to Bruner all day long, though. But the blocking, or they might have been good defensive secondary coverage on the receivers, and took too long to get rid of the ball, and Jordan Knight caught up with him.
Who will they go to on 3rd and 19?
Trey Losey.
Back to pass.
Probably.
Bruna throws it. Losey catches it up to the 39-yard line.
Big 4th down 11, though.
It's a pickup of 7. Call it 4th down and a long 11 or a short 12.
We have a 4th and 12.
And so this is a very critical play, isn't it, Jeremy?
This might be the game. Bruna to throw. He's under pressure again. He's not going to get there. Brownlee with the tackle. A gain of 1 on the play. Turnover on down. Spearville has it at midfield.
Nose guard. Elias Brownlee, 6 foot, 190-pound senior, made that tackle there. Had 59 tackles coming into the year and 3 fumble recoveries. None better than that one right there.
Boy, the Royal Lancers, if they score a touchdown on this drive and convert, this ball game would be over. Which I don't think anybody would have predicted that.
Nope.
First down and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line, midfield. There's a spinner play. Heskamp with the carry into Hanover territory, down at just inside the 34. A pickup of 7 on the play. It's second down and 3.
Trey Losey on the stop.
Heskamp now over 100 yards.
Well, you can see how he gets that 100 yards. I mean, quick, elusive, fast, and
strong.
Strong legs. He keeps them plowing.
Second down. It's going to be Stein. He is going to be upended. Bruna at his ankles.
That was Nathan Stein.
Emmanuel in there as well.
Will Bruna made the tackle.
Gain of a yard on the play. Third down and 2.
Bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, but Will Bruna kind of showed his old sportsmanship afterwards. He made the tackle, but kind of tapped him on the helmet. Good job. Just good sportsmanship by Hanover Wildcats. Even it's not the best situation for them in the score deficit like it is.
3rd and 2.
Okay.
That's going to be an offside. It's going to be offside against Trevor Clipp. Spearville went to basically switch sides, and it's going to be an offside, and it's going to give a first down to Spearville.
They went from unbalanced left to unbalanced right lane. That was their intent, and caught them off guard. Mental mistake by the Hanover Wildcats, and so it's first down, 1st and 10 for the Royal Lancers of Spearville.
Ball down to the 22. or 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Rep snap. Now Davis on the carry. He has all kinds of running room. Has blocking inside the 10 down to the 6. 21 yards, 1st and goal.
Finally down by Adam Fritchie, 6'1", 165-pound junior. Finally got him to the turf. 97 tackles, 1 interception coming into the game.
Ball is down to the 6-yard line.
With Spearville is just dominating the line of scrimmage, Larry.
Yep.
Absolutely dominating.
Yeah. Well, you got Hanover hasn't been in this predicament all year long. But they're
1st down and goal from the 6. It is Stein up the middle. Picks up 4 down to the 2.
Yeah, Nathan Stein.
Unofficially, Stein 13 carries, 145 yards, and 4 touchdowns this afternoon.
Made the tackle.
Not a bad afternoon, and it's not over yet.
Not a bad afternoon at all. So 2nd down and goal from the 2. Davis brings the play in from the sideline. Wyatt Strecker, the junior 205-pounder, will hover over the football. Who's he snap it to? It's going to be to Heskamp. Goes right. Boy, it is student body right. Touchdown, Spearville. Stein with the block along with Dakota Krager. A 2-yard run from Heskamp. And Spearville is a 2-point conversion away from finishing this ball game.
And Hanover Wildcats, of course, have been state champs in 208, 209. Back-to-back for them, and runners-up in 207, and last year 214. Looks like it'll be a runner-up again this year if they make this 2-point extra point.
2-point conversion. Stein gives it to Seitz. No, Stein keeps it. He's in for the 2-point conversion, and the Spearville Royal Lancers are your 2015 8-man Division I state champions. They win it 62-16. Boy, just a dominating performance as they score the last 46 points of the ball game and win it by 46 as they call the game because of the 45-point rule. Larry Jantz, boy, this Royal Lancer team, fantastic, and Matt Fowler is going to be really cold as he just got doused by the water bucket. So, wow, what a performance by Spearville this afternoon.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, Matt Fowler would be one of the first guys to give credit to what he learned growing up as 11-man in a small town in Missouri. Went to Sterling College, had the Lambert boys coaching. Lena George, Argonia coach one time, Conroy Springs success, single wing stuff. He attributes all that success to learning the unbalanced single wing offense by John Aldrich's book that he wrote way back there called Single Wing Offense with a Spinner Fullback. Incredible job by the adapting that type of offense with the reception, misdirection, timing, everything you have to have. 7 years coaching now at Spearville, all his head coaching there. 39 wins and 30 losses. Today he got his 40th win. And nothing better than the state championship. First time ever by the Lancers.
And how big is that? These kids put the first state title in the trophy case. You know, the banners that will hang in the gym that say, hey, we're state champs. First time to do it in school history, 2015. Nobody can ever take it away from them.
Big signs out in the highway. Welcome to Spearville Royal Lancers, home of the 2015 state 8-man Division I champions, huh? That kind of stuff. It'll be out there by that crust buster plant. You can bet your life on that.
Yep. Well, you look at this season as Hanover, nothing to hang their hats on or hang their heads about. These young men had wins over Axtell, Frankfort, Wakefield, Blue Valley, Randolph, Rock Hills, Lincoln, Lakeside Downs, Clifton Clyde, Osborne, and then into the playoffs with Rural Vista, West Elk, Burlingame. Well, they went through a pretty solid schedule, Larry, and nothing to hang your head about losing to a really, really good Spearville squad.
No, I mean, Hanover scored 690 points a year to average 57.5 going into today, and only gave up 16.6, and that's what they end up today. They got finished with 16 points a day, which they've really been given to their defense all year long, average points of 16. likewise, Spearville, they beat Madison early in the year, South Central, South Barber, Kiowa County, Ness City, Dighton Healy, Waukene Trigo, of course, Hodgman County, Jetmore Longhorns, South Gray, Atwood Rawlings County, Central Plains, and Solomon, and today, Hanover. And so they average 54.8 points a game today. Up to this point, and today they have 62 points. And they're state champs, first time ever by Royal Lancers.
And there's your state championship plaque presented to the Spearville Royal Lancers. Boy, I tell you what, there is nothing like finishing a season with the state title. Absolutely nothing like it. These kids played hard, and at the beginning of the ball game, you could see these two teams pretty evenly matched at the beginning, kind of feeling each other out. But once Spearville really established that line of scrimmage, established that physicality, and established that single wing, Hanover did not have an answer from the second quarter through midway through the third.
And of course, Matt said in his pregame, we had to be gap assignment sound. We have to, on offense, try to have to find open holes in our zone. And did that a lot of times on his passing, especially to Trey Losey. And of course, Juneman got open several times. But they reloaded. When you replace 14 out of 16 by graduating people, you have to have a defensive sound football game today to beat somebody that's a steamrolling machine like the Royal Lancers were today. That unbalanced line, adapting the single wing to an 8-man format, was pretty unique, wasn't it? It's kind of fun to watch over there.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing for sure is these two teams will be back.
Well, yeah,
they'll be strong for quite a while. There's some seniors mixed in, but there is also a good group of underclassmen that will continue what's starting for Spearville as a tradition, a legacy they'd like to say, but they've got some time to call it a legacy. Hanover, their 5th trip to the state title game, their 3rd time as runner-up, 2-time champions, but they come off the field to a good hand from their home crowd. It's just that Spearville was the better team today.
Well, and of course, Spearville said, hey, we're going to have some offensive sets using that unbalanced single wing. We hope that we have our secret to everybody's going to try to carry out their fakes, because it's going to be a direct snap on every play, and which it was. Their favorite plays are going to be sweeps, spinner back, misdirection, reverses. They did that. And, of course, they had to protect the football, block to the whistle, and carry out fakes, and they did all those things. And on the defensive side of the ball, Hanover thought the key was to make assignment sound, tackle well, be physical. They missed a lot of tackles. Sometimes they didn't wrap them up like they probably should have, or like, of course, Matt would like to have that. And it's tough having Adam Zarbanicki and Kevin Diederich hurt their injuries, collarbone and knee injuries, kept them guys from playing in the game today. And they were the leaders on the team, but Trey Losey picked up when Adam came out on injury. But they'd scored 752 points this year and averaged around 62 points a game. So it's pretty amazing what Hanover accomplished this year, especially losing as many players they did to graduation and everything last year.
Taking a look at the final numbers unofficially for Spearville: 10 first downs, 337 rushing yards, 53 passing yards, 390 total yards of offense. They were 3 out of 4 passing, no interception. They had 1 interception, no fumbles. They had 4 penalties for 28 yards. For Hanover, 9 first downs, 47 rushing yards, 182 passing yards, 229 total yards. They threw the ball a lot. We knew they would. 23 for 33 for 229, 1 interception. I also lost that fumble on the second play of the game, had 4 penalties for 29 yards. Hanover finishes the season at 12-1. Spearville undefeated, state champions, 13-0. Larry Jansen, just an absolutely fantastic season for the undefeated state champs. Like you said, down there on the highway in Spearville, I don't know if they're making the sign just quite yet, but I'll bet you it won't take them very long to get it up there.
Probably the ink's probably in the process of being drying right now as we speak. The ink. Remember, that's of course great little community, just kind of northeast of Dodge City. That's where your Feist area-wide directories first got to start. Okay, old crust buster. A lot of things going on. A lot of wind towers down that way right now, wind farms and stuff like that. But right now, today, they're celebrating their first ever state championship in any boys sport. Football, Division I state champs.
Now, if you are Matt Fowler, Matt Hoyer as well, how quickly do you start talking, okay, this season's over, now we gotta look to next year? How long do you enjoy a state title?
Well, until tomorrow, and they get the weekend off and probably start basketball next week, you know. And so that's the way it is in small schools. You're involved in everything. So there won't be much of a break, and they're still going to be in the weight room. Like you said, there's a lot of guys coming back on both sides of the ball for both teams. I mean, Spearville had 5 starters both ways, and they end up having, as far as on their starters, defensive starters, they had 5 seniors, 3 juniors. On offense, they had 5 starting both ways, and so that was incredible there. But last possession to win the game, they wanted to either have Luke Heskamp have it or Nathan Stein, and that's exactly how it happened.
Those were the guys that made the plays, for sure. They made the plays, and your state champions in 2015 in 1A Division I is the Spearville Royal Lancers. They win 62-16, finish at 13-0 on the season. A special thanks to everybody who made our broadcast possible today, from the sponsors as well as everybody behind the scenes in the trucks, behind cameras, running sidelines, helping with food, whatever it might be.
The high school state playoffs have begun tonight. We kicked off 3A and both 8-man divisions. Let's get to some highlights from the first round. Starting out west with Spearville hosting Rollins County. In the first quarter, Lancers are up 6-0. Luke Heskamp adds on with this 17-yard rumble to the house to make it 12-zip. Then after a turnover on downs in the red zone, Spearville answers. 2 plays later, with another Heskamp run, this one goes 68 yards for the touchdown. Spearville would win this one 64-14. Fans getting loud in Victoria as the Knights hosted the Triplanes Brewster in a physical.
Spearville, Solomon. Spearville, well, they'd stay undefeated in this one. The Royal Lancers, Bailey Seitz running in the first touchdown of the night. Take a look at this score. It's Spearville on top. They get the win, 68-36. It's a shootout. Anna Ald was there taking it all in for us.
Spearville came and left this game undefeated, taking down Solomon and making history.
I think one of the biggest things in football is you need to have an identity. You know, if your identity is you throw the ball every down, that's fine. That's your identity. If you run the ball all the time, that's fine. But I think, especially at a small high school, identity is one of the biggest things, and we certainly have one as a downhill running team.
That identity has now helped them make history. Spearville crushed Solomon in the first quarter with an easy touchdown seconds into the game.
I want to give them a lot of credit because Jake Tiernan throwing the ball, their quarterback, he's by far the best one we've seen this year, and they just continue to hit timing patterns. We try to keep it in front of us and make them earn their points, and they were able to do that.
Coach says tonight's game is one for the books, but they do still have one more game.
It's the first time any boys sport has ever made it into a championship game at all in Spearville high school history, so it's a tremendous accomplishment.
Feels good. I'm still in present though. Still got one more game.
This will be their first ever appearance at a state title game and also possibly their first state title. In Solomon, Anna Ald, Eyewitness Sports.
Thank you, Anna, and congratulations, Spearville. Here is that title game at Fisher Field in Newton, 11 a.m. against Hanover. 8-man Division II state champions, Attica facing Victoria. That at 3:30, also in Newton.
To see more on that Spearville game, just head on over to catchitkansas.com. You can see Anna's report and more highlights. Coming up next, we have our top play of the night. Don't move. So last night, the spotlight shined on the sub-state 11-man football tournament. Today, 8-man football takes center stage for all the marbles. Spearville, undefeated, 12-0. Hanover, undefeated, 12-0. Something has to give. Someone will lose. First possession, Hanover fumbles, and Brandon Davis fall on the ball. Falls on it before rolling out of bounds, and his team recovers. Very next play, Luke Heskamp hits the edge, goes down the sideline, and Lancers take an 8-0 lead. The kid was unbelievable all day. Later, it's tied up 16-16. Nathan Stein, you want to know about a kid being unstoppable? It was Stein. Right through the middle of the defense, through the teeth, 42 yards. Spearville wins 62-16. Attica and Victoria, by the way. Victoria wins 36-28 in this game. They are back-to-back champs. We'll have more on this game coming up at 10 o'clock as well. That's a show you apparently don't want to miss.
On the Gridiron, it's Championship Saturday in 8-man football. Hanover battling Spearville for the Division I title. Out to Fisher Field and Newton Spearville. Getting an early break on defense. Scores in the first. Trey Loesch loses the handle. Senior Brandon Davis chases it down, dives on the loose football, and the Lancers take over. Here comes Spearville. Luke Heskamp heads right, breaks a tackle, and he's gone. Down the sidelines, into the end zone for 6. In the end, Spearville tops Hanover 62-16 to win the title.
Last night, the spotlight shined bright on sub-state 11-man football. Today, we give all of our attention to 8-man as they play for all the marbles in the state tournament and the state championship. Spearville enters today 12-0. They're taking on Hanover, also with 12 wins and 0 losses. On the first possession, Hanover, though, fumbles, and Spearville's Brandon Davis recovers before rolling out of bounds. They keep possession. And on the very next play, Luke Heskamp finds the edge, breaks a tackle, hits that edge, hits it hard, and Lancers go up 8-0. But later, it's 16-16, and Nathan Stein was just about unstoppable all day. Trips up a little bit in the backfield, but that doesn't stop him. Nuh-uh. A spin move, and he breaks free into the open field, and 42 yards. He goes all the way for the score. And this play, well, this deserves to be on KWCH Top 12. It's a nominee. He tucks it, Stein, and he evades one defender, then breaks a shoelace tackle, then hurdles another defensive back and goes 51 yards straight for the end zone. Spearville's your winner, 62-16. My gosh, celebrate.
I don't know if there's any one thing that I can say about it that I'll remember. I'll certainly remember this day, you know, but just the time it took to get here. You know, I always think when they give you that trophy, there's kind of a small piece of metal on the top that's shiny, but the rest of it's all wood, and the wood was the work, and that's really what I think I'll treasure the most, was the work that it took to get there.
How about Victoria?
Welcome back to the show. Last weekend, the 8-man world wrapped up its state championship weekend.
Danny Welniak now joins us. She had a first-hand look at the champs of Division I.
It's a new era for the Lancers as they lay the foundation for this program moving forward.
They don't preach winning at Spearville. The Lancers head football coach Matt Fowler preaches family and community first. But when those messages culminate into their first state championship, they must be doing something right.
Whenever you have a goal for something that you want to reach, there are a lot of other things you have to do along the way, and you don't get to some major end goal by not taking care of things every day.
That was more than enough on the Lancers' way to an unblemished 13-0 record. Against Hanover, Spearville made huge plays. Led by senior quarterback Nathan Stein, who ran for 133 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Our mantra that we use all the time is pain and respect. We want to come off the ball hard and play physical football. At the same time, we want to do it with class and do it the right way, and those guys exemplify that motto.
But the magnitude of what they accomplished on Saturday was slow to set in for all of them.
It feels great to be in our community, but still hasn't completely hit me.
Their first state championship will be remembered by their journey to it.
You know, I always think when they give you that trophy, there's kind of a small piece of metal on the top that's shiny, but the rest of it's all wood, and the wood was the work, and that's really what I think I'll treasure the most, was the work that it took to get there.